Good evening, Mr. Nithicott.
And good evening to you too.
Have you
Not
Did you know the Mute Florist is a member of a secret society?
No, I didn't. But I thank you for this information, sir. For it only enriches the mystery surrounding the precious camellia.
Are you not curious? Is there not more you wish to know?
That girl has not an ounce of malice in her. Whatever she may be hiding, it's certain to be for the benefit of most, if not all.
I fear you are a hopeless romantic, Mr. Nithicott.
Guilty as charged, Dr. Reed.
Do you need medical attention, sir?
It may be wise to let...
I will see you. I'll...
Ready! We found one!
Good evening, sir. It's me again.
Leave me alone, I say, whoever you are.
It cannot be safe for a blind man to live here alone. Let me enter, sir. I swear I mean you no harm.
Well, a voice never lies, and yours clearly is the voice of a gentleman. All right, Doctor, come on in.
What kind of gentleman pays visits to people at this late hour?
So what is the name of my nocturnal visitor?
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. As I already explained to you, I'm inquiring about the epidemic.
Dr. Reed? The eminent surgeon? My God, I'd never have expected a brilliant physician like you to knock on my door.
You flatter me, sir.
No, sir, I am flattered. I read all your work when I still had my sight. I loved it. I'm Mason Swanborough, by the way.
You seem unwell, sir. Do you need my assistance?
Actually, I feel worse than you.
Yes. I can give you a little something that has been proven effective.
Thank you, Doctor.
And what else have you learned about me, Mr. Swanborough?
I know you assisted Professor Carrel in France, and that you invented a new blood transfusion method based on his work.
Yes. Those were frustrating but exciting days. I loved it.
Yes, the thrill of research and discovery. This is what drives people like us, Dr. Reed. Oh, how I envy you.
Does someone take care of you in this isolated place?
My sister Loretta and I have our daily routine. Every morning and evening she comes by so we can talk and eat. Then she leaves and I stay.
Do you not appreciate your sister's visits?
Loretta is the best and worst thing that happened to me, and I believe she could say the same thing about me.
Where does your sister go?
Well, let's just say, she earns enough money for us both.
What's so amusing about that?
I won't hide the truth from you. Loretta sells a fake miracle elixir to the sick people of Whitechapel.
Have you heard
I
anything?
don't know who she is.
Goodbye, Mr.
What kind of gentleman pays visits to people at this late hour?
It's locked, all right.
Tell me, how do you see the world these days? Wandering in this part of town at night, you're either brave or a fool.
Watch yourselves! There's one of them! Jackie!
Good evening, Zhao Shun.
晚上
How do you feel?
I don't...
You should recover.
Thank you.
Goodbye for now.
Science fails you. This elixir will give you faith that...
Good evening, Mr. Nithikot.
And good evening to...
Do you need
It may...
I understand your appetite for words, and
The nutrition of my mind is more important than my...
I'll leave you alone.
Cheap price, good quality. Come on.
Good evening, sir.
If you're here for a reward, you'll be sorely disappointed.
I'm not here for a bounty. I'm a doctor.
A doctor? In Whitechapel? What an opportunity. My name's Bates, Cadogan Bates.
Do you require assistance, Mr. Bates?
Not me, but your skills could help a lot of people round here. That would help my business, because I say a live tenant's a paying tenant.
Have you heard any...
Not really.
Why am I not convinced?
Maybe it's because you lack faith. Being a skeptic must be useful for a man of science.
Since I took an oath to help...
Well,
Infecting you is probably the last thing on these people's minds. Take this, in any case.
what? You give me this for free?
What help could I possibly be to your business?
That's simple. I already get good money from all those fleeing the war. Can you imagine what they'd be willing to pay if I could offer medical assistance too?
Mr. Bates, Do not make me regret saving your life in this quarantine zone.
I understand, Dr. Reed, you're from a good family. Don't want to get your hands dirty. That's fine. I'll be happy to act as your middleman.
I've no interest in money. Perhaps one night I will visit you and take what I require. If that should happen, there will be no need for a middleman.
So it's a no then. That's too bad. The Reed tonic could have really helped people, you know, save lives. Isn't that what you do? I mean, people buy that Swanborough shit.
It's unusual to see someone so happy around here, especially considering the current situation.
Why should I be sad now? There've always been wars, disease, tragedy. There always will be.
That's an unusual way of seeing things in these trying times.
I don't see why I should shed a tear for another man's woes. I'm healthy, and I intend to stay so.
What is your business exactly?
I offer fair lodgings for a modest price to the poor and weary of Whitechapel.
I see. And what about those who cannot pay?
Well, deals can be done, if you know what I mean. Money's not the only currency. After all, I'm not immune to a pretty face.
In other words, you take advantage of these poor lost souls.
Begging your pardon, I thought you was a man who could appreciate the complexity of the modern world. Things ain't just black and white, you know.
Tell me, what's your honest opinion of the increasing violence in London?
People are just beginning to discover what we've always known. This city's rotten to the core. They just took their bloody time to wake up and notice it.
What do you mean?
People are acting like the violence is news. But it's always been savage down here. It just bubbles to the surface every now and again.
You seem to have recovered well since your attack. Do you ever think about what happened to you?
Not much. It was a fucking nightmare. Savages, absolute bloody savages. Their appearance. Jesus. It made me want to puke.
You'd better not come back here. I won't be around next time to save you. I want to know everything about the recent violence, Cadogan. And I want the truth.
Well, rent may be a bit high, and yeah, I've had to evict a few people. But that's business, isn't it?
Take this as my final warning. You will not profit from the misery of others. Business is one thing, but what you do is quite another.
Really? What you gonna do? You ain't from here. You ain't Whitechapel, Doctor. You wouldn't know the first thing about playing dirty, even if you wanted to.
Have you heard?
Not really.
A man such as yourself, knee-deep in the muck of Whitechapel, must know more.
Heard it closed after the owners died. Refugees don't want to come to Whitechapel no more. Scared, I hear.
You sound disappointed.
As long as she was there at the dispensary, it attracted more immigrants and kept my place full. Such a shame.
Goodbye, Mr. Bate. I want to know everything.
Well, really?
Goodbye, Mr. Bate.
Please, I don't have your money.
Come on, Barrett, you know the game. You pay for peace of mind.
Can't you just look the other way this week, Joe?
Good evening, Harry. May I come in?
Sure. Is there only pain and suffering in this world?
We even used to be neighbours, for Christ's sake.
I prefer not to give you another reason.
By many. Even the flu is no match for the Swanborough cordial.
Loretta, your miraculous formula wouldn't even cure a common cold, and you know it.
The Swanborough's cordial's secret ingredient is hope, Doctor. And it's something people around here really need.
A placebo effect is real and has benefit. But in your case, you could be murdering your customers, who may die because they are not receiving the necessary medical attention.
Medical attention? In Whitechapel? Trust me, my cordial is the best option they have, since it is the only one.
If your true purpose was to help, you wouldn't take money from the poor for your snake oil.
Oh, but to pay for it is part of the process, Doctor. If it were free, they wouldn't believe in it.
I'd like to...
Over there! All back to the shadows! Please, sir. Over there! There's one of them vermin! Crawl back to the hell that spawned Easy does it, boys! Fucking fast! Bloody leech!
Hypocrites, all of them. Maggots and liars.
Be cursed or not, he's just another lost or...
Welcome back, Doctor.
Do you need... Goodbye, Mr.
You still working?
Do you require...
Don't feel so good if you have to know.
Take this, it'll help. Perhaps you should think about
Tom always said we got to keep the door.
Goodbye, Miss Kelly. Good evening, Miss Cox.
Hello again.
Can I offer you my...
Kvin.
Perhaps... Good evening, Miss Cox.
Hello.
Can-
As long as...
Good evening.
I can't remember the last time I had a good sleep. I've been nothing but worried.
It's locked, all right. Mrs.
I am a...
That...
I think...
Goodbye, Miss Fishburne.
I can't remember the last time I...
Pleasure, sir. Been a while since we've seen any news.
This is despicable.
Hypocrites, all of them.
Good evening.
Yeah, yeah.
Goodbye, Mr.
To every night, a darkness. And every dawn, another death.
We're at the wet boots, keeping things straight these parts.
Everyone's throwing the blame.
It's a leech! Kill it!
Fuck, he's dead! I hate leeches!
He's done for! It's one of them! Die, vermin! Die, vermin! Walks with me! Go on back!
Good evening.
Doctor...
Do you need any medical...
Yes.
I
am pretty...
Goodbye, Dr. Tippett. Good. Do you require...
My condition.
Well...
Thank you.
I'll leave you, Mistress of... Good evening, and good... Do you need...
I would... The many doctors I have known...
Goodbye, Doctor...
one of them!
Die, vermin!